Joining me now is someone who is at the center of this case, Chemaine Daniels. She is the Pennsylvania state director for CASA. That is an immigrant services organization, and they sued the administration. Chemaine, I can't even imagine, but how are you feeling right now?
We have mixed feelings. We're excited that the Supreme Court has protected our members and the members of ASAP. Our goal is to make sure that those protections are available to everybody.
How will the ruling, though, change, or will it change the way your organization operates now and the people you serve?
It doesn't really change it. The executive order doesn't go into effect for 30 days. We expect and anticipate that a lawsuit will be filed in compliance with what the Supreme Court decided today. So the legal work continues, our services work continue, but it doesn't affect our ability to serve our communities.
So as you continue to serve them, can you talk about the mood among the people who you serve and the impact of the uncertainty that remains out there?
Well, I think it raises a lot of questions. A lot of folks don't understand the nature of the case. This opinion was purely a question on the process and the relief that's available to folks. This was a 6-3 opinion. 6 of the judges, made it very clear that they were not talking about the substance. But the communication out there is that, that the birthright citizenship case was lost. And that's not fully the case. As I said, our members are protected. What the issue is whether who else will be protected and how should people go ahead enforcing their rights to be U.S. citizens at birth. But in that confusion, when you combine it with the extreme enforcement efforts that are happening, let's just say folks are really concerned, confused, but this is there's a mix of good news and bad news in this one.
When you talk about those extreme enforcement efforts, because a question was asked of Pam Bondi about enforcement. She spoke numerous times against going after criminals and all the people who are allowed to come into this country, again, without giving any proof of any of it. But what's it been like?
It has been very problematic for our members. We struggle a lot with convincing folks to do basic things like going out and using laundromats. People have reduced the amount of time they spend outside of their homes. So it has been extremely problematic for our members and for the communities that we sit in. People think of this as just a Latino issue, but I sit here in Dauphin County. If this birthright citizenship rule had been applicable when I was born, most of Steelton and a large portion of Hershey would be ineligible for birthright citizenship. So it is an issue that affects a lot of people.
This is very real for so many people. I don't know if you had a chance to listen, but the Attorney General of New Jersey was just on our air, and he suggested a real, I think, confidence that ultimately birthright citizenship would be upheld. What's your level of confidence right now, given everything you've seen, participated in, and obviously what's going on the ground where you are?
We share that level of confidence with the states as well. As I said, all 9 of the Supreme Court justices didn't touch the birthright, the substantive question, and the 6 who voted against us on the procedural measure, that wasn't a uniform 6 votes. We had Thomas and Gorsuch who concurred. We had Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh made it very clear that if this is a class action, his opinion might have been different. So we're pretty confident. The substance isn't the issue. It's this administration is determined to build barriers for people to enforce their rights and exercise their constitutional protections. But we will be there to make sure that this administration doesn't get away with that. We will be there protecting our members, and we will be standing by everyone else who should have a right to birthright citizenship just based on our U.S. Constitution alone.
Chemaine Daniels, thank you so much for that.